Hello, YouTubers, and welcome to Level-Headed News. This is your host, Brenda. I have two articles for you in this episode, and both the URLs are in the description of the video for your convenience. I am from the Midwest. I have always lived in the Midwest. I had absolutely no idea that this kind of thing was going on. And I figured there's probably a lot of other people that don't know about this either, and it would make a good episode here for the show. I'm going to jump into it. I call the episode "What's Going On in California." The first one here is off of Rutgers.com, and it says communal living a solution for high rents. And there's a kind of a slideshow in this if you want to pull it up and take a look at that. It says Xander Deja, age 25, $10 a month rent to live in downtown San Francisco house with at least 40 other people sleep in bunk beds. Deja is a resident of the communal living space that styles itself as a home for millennial tech workers to brainstorm ideas, write code, and create apps to share toilets and bathrooms with dozens of others. Houses like located in a neighborhood known as Market have cropped up around San Francisco. Flux of young professionals, many of whom are tech workers, have faced the city's high rents and apartment shortages in roughly 50 rooms filled with bunk beds, beer bottles, and according to residents. Let's get this to scroll a little bit here. Poor little hamster, he's running as fast as he can go. Deja, born and raised in New York, graduated last year with a degree in computer science and math from McGill University. He moved to California 6 months ago and found his room at the Negev on Craigslist. It was expensive, said Deja, who quickly landed a job as virtual reality engineer at a consulting firm. It's basically an extension of college. We sort of live in a frat house. The is certainly filled with parties on weekends, but the residents make sure to sit down every Sunday for a communal dinner akin to tradition family gathering. A communal housing provides a solution for many first-time workers fresh out of college. Also has created its share of controversy. Housing advocates have complained that this new dorm-like style of living has pushed up rents and forced longtime residents to move out. Alton Gutman, who co-founded a company called the Negev Leasing Buildings Street in 2014, said, "We have never made somebody move out of that building," adding that his tenants pay 30% to 50% less than others in the neighborhood. We are trying to solve the housing crisis and increase positive way. The Negev company runs 9 communal properties, 3 of which are in San Francisco. The others are in Austin, Texas, and Oakland, California. Properties generally are in rundown, low-income neighborhoods, are restructured to accommodate a large number of tenants, Gutman explained. Sarah Sherburn-Zimmer, creative director of the Housing Rights Committee in San Francisco, said housing problems have arisen because occupants leave the buildings being converted to communal homes and cannot afford to move back in, or the space is no longer suitable for them. The Negev house takes affordable housing and makes it unaffordable, said Sherburn Zimmer. All they've done is take away housing from people who had it and loved it and pushed them out to make a quick buck. Kumar Shirkatapa, age 31, who also pays $1,900 a month for a single room at the Negev, said he chose the house because of the social experience. After 8 months there, the software engineer for Oracle Corp said he would soon be ready to live elsewhere. I met a bunch of friends and I location and to a bigger place, he said. It's time. If you want to see a related photo essay on this, there's a link you can click on here that will take you to that. The next one that I have is sort of on the same thing here. It's off of Zero Hedge. Get it to scroll up a little bit. Well, I'll reload the page. Give the hamster a second to kick into gear here. Come on, little buddy. Run, 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 run. Okay. It says California is exporting its poor to Texas. California exports more than commodities such as movies, new technologies, and produce, as the Sacramento Bee reports. It also exports truck drivers, cooks, and cashiers. Every year from every year from 2000 through 2015, more people left California than moved from other states. Not spread evenly across all income groups, a Sacramento Bee review of U.S. Census Bureau data found. The people leaving tend to be relatively poor, and many lack college degrees. Up the income spectrum, and slightly more people are coming than going. About 2.5 million people living close to the official poverty line left California for other states through 2015, while 1.7 million people at that income level moved from other states, loss of 800,000 people. During the same period, the state experienced a net gain of about 20,000 residents, earning at least 5 times the poverty rate, or $100,000 for a family of 3. Left for me in California, said because Destarif writes a blog about his cats. High, the rent was high, the job market was debatable. The state's exodus of poor people is notable in Los Angeles and San Francisco counties, which combined experience a net loss of 250,000 such residents through 2015. The leading destination for those leaving California is Texas, with about 293,000 economically disadvantaged residents, leaving about 137,000 coming for a net loss of 156,000 from 2005 through 2015. Our states surrounding California in order: Arizona, Nevada, and Oregon. In this, if you want to take a look at the map of what they're saying, the impoverished residents to other states is better for the state's economy than losing wealthy residents, some experts said, but they said the migration itself is a symptom of deeper social problems, largely related to how expensive California has become. Are people leaving? Economic reasons. The high cost of living are certainly part of it, said Hans Johnson, senior fellow at the Nonpartisan Public Policy Institute of California. For those people near the poverty line, California is not viable. And the hamster's running as fast as he can go. Come on, buddy. Says, by some measures, California has the highest poverty rate in the nation. And as more and more residents leave, the burden to fund the state's welfare exuberance will fall more and more on the wealthier to pay taxes. Rather than secession, perhaps it's time for the wealthy to join the poor. Exodus and beat the crowd out of California. Shaw said a government that paid Paul can always depend on the support of Paul. In many cases, Peter quietly moved away and took his money with him. Remember when top professional golfer Phil Mickelson complaining about California taxes while putting his home up for sale? He would have been better off staying quiet about his reasons. California Political Review reports Tiger Woods moved from Orange County, California to Orange County, Florida. In the first year of that move, he saved $13 million in taxes. Is it worth $13 million a year to live in California? Woods said no. Now it looks like Phil Michelson is about to make the same decision. He earns 60 plus million a year. He would save north of 5 million a year to move to a free state like this. And as Dennis Miller previously noted, the election of President Trump sent shockwaves through much of the political class. Many public union pensions are woefully underfunded. They donate millions to Hillary Clinton's election campaign and expected federal bailouts. They knew they could count on Mrs. Clinton record of rewarding her political donors. Today, no one knows what the new administration is going to do. In the meantime, the scramble is on. Politicians in states that have been heavily supporting Paul have a huge base, not because they have won over the hearts and minds of Peter, but rather because the working class got tired of being fleeced and left. The politicos have to find ways to make good on all their free programs. Cutting benefits will cause citizens to storm the palace, generate more revenue. Brian Daniels warns us the growing specter of state exit taxes as residents abandon high-tax states. And it says, to be clear, it's not legal for states to charge a true exit tax on citizens changing their residency from one state to another. This is not the case for the federal government, which does charge tax. So what do high-tax states do to try to prevent the residents from moving their legal residents to low or no-tax states? In a word, they audit them. When a taxpayer is audited, the agency issues an assessment for unpaid taxes until proven guilty. You must prove they are wrong or the assessment stands. To leave, you are of no value to the politicos. Most people do not have the means to go to court. For some, it becomes government shakedown. Extract as much wealth as they can on your way out the door. Like that's the end of that article. There's some comments at the bottom of that if you want to pull it up and take a look at those. But yes, I had no idea all that was going on, so I figured that my readers or listeners probably didn't know it either. Education for you. If you like what I'm doing here, give it a thumbs up, share it on your social media so everybody gets to hear the news. Please do, and that way you'll stay informed. See you in the next episode.